Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nia and I make reaction videos. Today we are back with Made in Abyss episode 2. This is only going to be available on my Patreon for now, and in the next few months I'll probably upload it back into my YouTube once everything on my channel is clear. So let's just get right into episode 2. Right. Ah. So it's like the opposite, well, same as climbing a mountain. Special grade, okay. He's like, what did you do to me? He's like, okay. Yes, okay. Got the stick out. Okay. Right, your ears too are pointy. Oh, okay. That's what he was more concerned about. Okay. It worked. Oh yeah, this is... Not gonna lie, that was me though. Aww. Wait, they didn't give him his own room, or he just sneaks in there? You're still red. He's gonna like extend his arm. Yeah. At least he didn't get caught. That's so dangerous. Okay, so now they're going off to their second. So the bells versus the whistles, they need to either get old enough or enough experience to be able to have that whistle, I guess. How long? That's really cool though. Is that the uncle? Yeah, how about? Wait, whistle? Oh no. It's kind of like the scout regiment, but they're actually regarded highly here. His nose, though. What are you thinking? Oh, but you're her daughter. Okay, so they have guilds, and he's a black whistle. Lost in thought.
母上がいかに偉大だったか知れる。
Oh.
祭り好きだったライザさんの最後の祭りでもあるのだからな。
お母さん、どんな人だったんですか？
Oh. She doesn't know how to feel.
していた人が消えちゃったような気がしてて。
ライザさんがラストダイブに入ったのは
Two.
酒飲みで喧嘩っ早く、言動もどこまで嘘かわからない。白笛じゃなかったらただの変人だ。
Oh.
目の調子は一般に言う目が悪いとは異なるものだ。物を見る際に水晶板を通さねば頭痛にはっきりしている。
What?
アビスの呪いだ。お前を宿したばかりのライザさんは調査隊とともに深海4座の匿名だ。真相で見つかった特級異物。
Oh, the one they were talking about. 10 months. Okay, and they're foreign raiders. Okay. I was about to ask if she was conceived or something under in the abyss, but she was born in the abyss.
アビスの呪いに強かったり。
するわけなかろう。4層からの上昇負荷は大人にも耐えられるようなものでは。ライザさんが持ち込んだ呪いよけのカゴのおかげだ。にこれを持ち帰る力は残されてなかった。
それじゃあ、
アンハードベルを諦めた。魔の亡骸を後に残った隊員と2人でお前を運んだのだ。
Aww. Wow.
それでもライザさんはお前を選んだ。全部を手放してでもお前を手に
Oh, and that's how he first met her.
使ったとはいえ、アビスの呪いは完全に防げなかった。大な
Good.
母の重圧をものともせず、自ら道を選ぼうとしている。
Yeah.
伝説の白笛、殲滅のライザが残したものをお前はどう使う？
That was an epic backstory. Yeah, I think that was like the motivation she needed.
この前からおかしくないか？妙に明るいっていうか、母親が行方不明だから。そんな複雑な性格。
It's not that complex. Right.
リコ、どこだ？空襲閲覧の許可が下りた。
Oh, finally.
18時までに本部だ。レグ、ついていけ。危なっかしくて見てられない。
You're like a church.
手は触れないでくださいますよ。
Her
母
notes.
ちゃんが潜ったのが10年前。見たことないものばかり。
It's REG.
手紙か？似ている。
ところどころ違う。
リコ、隣に文字しか書いてない紙がある。
What does it say? So he knows how to read, or did he learn while he got there?
奈落の底で待つ。
Oh, it ended? I'm like, should I do one episode at a time, or should I just double drop? It ends so fast. Okay, so that was the end of episode 2. As I expected, we are leaving with more questions than any answers, but that's okay. So we got to know a little bit more about her mom. She's a white whistle. We know a little bit about the breakdowns within, you know, the different types of whistles and what they are. I'm going to have to like go back to write down exactly which color is associated with what task or role. The biggest thing ending the episode was that amongst the things in the letters and the notes that was found were of course relics and other things that aren't in their, you know, database for now, in their encyclopedia kind of thing, the book of monsters, so to speak, and relics. But REG, or someone that looks like REG, is on there, and then it says at the bottom of the netherworlds, I'll be waiting. So is she there? Is she waiting? Or is it something separate, like as in his people? And we got to know a little bit more about REG. Unfortunately, she experimented and was testing different things on him. And Some were very innocent, some were very graphic, some were very dangerous, but he's resistant to all of that and also resistant to, we're guessing, the abyss, the curse of the abyss. So he probably is able to get really, to the very bottom of the abyss. Now, was he created there? Are those the types of people that live there? Is he part of some sort of being that evolved to be able to live in those conditions? So not necessarily man-made, but that's just how they evolved to be, because there are other mysterious creatures that they don't know about that exist, in that abyss. And then how was that abyss created? There's so many questions, right? So we went over the different layers. I think from the 4th layer was where, you start to get those really bad symptoms, and you may not be able to withstand those conditions. But that's where she was born. That's where our main character was born. And that's why it's called Made in Abyss, because she was made in Abyss. She wasn't made, but she was born there. And also maybe Reg was made in Abyss. I don't know. So Liza and her dad were in the 4th layer retrieving the bell that we were reading about earlier in the episode. When dad died, there were, other raiders, foreign raiders, which is interesting that there are other foreign nations here who are also seeking to, they have the same goals as the people in that town, but they were after the same bell. Most of the team didn't make it, but she gave birth to Rico there. They had that artifact, the vessel that she was able to put the baby Rico in, so that she could withstand those conditions. And even though that protected her from everything, her eyesight or her eyes was something that was affected by the abyss. And so she has to have those lenses, those certain crystals or whatever that she looks through to be able to avoid getting those headaches. And it's just interesting that, of course, if you climb a mountain, there are certain things that you go through physically that seem to be kind of similar to when you're going in the abyss. Now, I don't know if it's something about the pressure, maybe kind of if you dive really deep in the ocean, but it seems to have a little bit more than just, since they call it a curse, I don't know if it's just simply, more mysterious and specific to the abyss. And mom has been missing since Rico was 2. So it's been a while. Rico didn't even really remember her face. And during the festival, she didn't even know how to feel, I'm guessing, because she's I don't really even feel sad, but I know, she's probably thinking, I know I should feel sad. That's my mom, but I barely even remember her face. And I aspire to be like her. She's someone that I admire, but she's missing. And now we have, her whistle. There's just a lot of emotion, especially when you don't know what the right emotion you should feel is. I think it is a complex thing. And so it's funny when the friends are like, she's not that complex. She's very simple, basically. But at the end, she's human. And I think that was a very complex situation that she was in, and she would be feeling that. So I'm glad that, the leader spoke to her, and she was able to kind of, rather than feeling down, she heard about how awesome her mom is, how much her mom sacrificed for her, even though she went back in to get the bell afterwards, which he was that's, she doesn't need to know that, basically. And I don't know why, but it's clear that mom really loved her. And even though she hasn't been in her life since she was 2, at least that, answered a question in her. Because I guess you would think that, if my mom loves me, why does she choose to go, and live that life? But she's also aspiring to live that life, so maybe she understands a little bit about why she was there. But the question of, did she really I don't really remember her, but did she love me and care for me? And the answer was yes. She did put her before the job at hand. And through those, after giving birth, how strenuous that must have been to climb back in those conditions, carrying that heavy artifact with your baby. Man, Yeah, that was tough. So Liza is definitely one that deserves to be awarded and known for, and deserves a title. But yeah, I'm going to stop here. I kind of want to just go into the next episode. Should I do it? I have other things to film. What time is it? But if you enjoyed the reaction, make sure you hit the like button. Depending on when you're watching this may not be on YouTube yet, but if it is on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know whenever I drop new content. And thank you to all of my Patreon members. Make sure you check out Patreon if you haven't already. I have full-length reactions there. All of my anime reactions will be posted on Patreon for the next few months until my copyright strikes clear on YouTube. But until the next video, I will see you. I hope you have a great weekend, week, morning, day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!